waiting on our players, but we are ready to go, so we will get them into the game. And as you said, we will see a sub on the side of the Minnetonka Royals. It will be Thermal and Cheerio, the starting two, but then Parker is unavailable this evening, so Tammy will be stepping in. Tammy with an upset last night, would love to have another upset underneath their belt going into this one. Other side, Rochester Riff in blue as the home roster. That is Nate, Checker, and PC McD, so the starting lineup, which has been so good this season. We are underway here, and Nate's going to slot the first one home just 13 seconds in.
Just an unfortunate miss there on the side of the Minnetonka Royals. Just Tammy unable to get it up there in time, gets played right off the back wall, right into the hands of Nate to get them going on a 1-0 lead.
A great start for the Rochester Riff, and like I said, they are 6-1 against this team, and that was with their starting lineup, so it's really a favorable matchup for them and the best way to start it.
Shot there from Thermal, that gets saved by PC McD. Now Nate moving forward here over on the right side of the wall, plays it to the back. Cheerio unable to make contact. Tammy having to step up there, played over to the left side. Checker shot from long range. Cheerio's there to send it back into the Rochester Riff half. PC McD now up. Gets played down to Tammy. Tammy tried to get a shot up. Checkers there to block it. Sends it all the way down into the Minnetonka half. Nate now playing it off the corner, gets another double touch there. Cheerio there to clear it away to Thermal in the middle. Try to put a shot from long range. PC McD there to play it over into the corner. Tammy with the centering pass there. Cheerio and Nate both unable to make contact for it. Still very back and forth here now. Just an unfortunate mishap there on defense, but both teams looking to have settled in early in this best of 7.
I think it's the big thing for the Royals as well is, stop the bleeding right away, as there's a chance for PC McD, but he can't get on the end of that one. But I think if you keep yourself in a 1-goal game, you got a chance to take an early lead in this series, but if it falls a little bit farther back, you might just have to regroup and hope for game number 2. As we see Checker transition the other way, has a Nate in front of him, down into the corner. Checker's up for this one, tries to lightly touch it to mid. It does go that direction, but Thermal collects that one with ease. Far side, there's Nate. Back out towards mid. PC not going to go for the challenge on that one. Cheerio will get the contact first. Nate drops it back towards the Royals of net. There's the back wall once again. Nate's there. Both teams start to slow it down a little bit more, trying to get a little bit more possession, play a little bit more of that back and forth passing game.
Checker now to clear it down line to the field. Can Cheerio get back in time? It's an open net right now. Cheerio able to bang it off the crossbar, but Nate's on it again. He'll get the finish. 2-0 now for the Rochester Riff.
Yeah, beautiful play there. Cheerio gets in front of that, manages to get the save, but then Nate just comes in beautiful. Beats out that last defender, and it's 2-0 for the Riff. And, I of course don't want to write off the Royals, but, it's not the start you wanted. Good news is for them, though, is I do believe if you had to pull a sub up from any team in the MNRS level, I think Tammy's one of the best players you could bring up. A player has shown that they are able to compete at this level. So that's the thing to hold out hope for, is Tammy's going to go for the shot here. Back post, Cheerio drops it down, but can't get that inside the frame. That will be PC McD's save. Now the other direction. Thermal up on the sidewall, halfway gone, game number 1. 2-0 lead for the Riff so far.
Nate now plays it off of the Minnetonka corner. You got PC McD in the middle. He's unable to make contact. Nate gets a shot on target with the credit, though. Cheerio go ahead, pop up for Thermal in the middle. Nate gets there first, and this is the back wall. You have the double. He sends it just a little too short. Checker there to follow it up over to PC McD. His shot wide, but the triple tap, unable to put it through, but Nate's there to make it 3-0 now for the Rochester Riff.
Beautiful placement there by PC McD. Had the double touch, gets the third after just to spike it down, and made it. Nate is there. Cleans it up nice and easy. Rochester Riff firing on all cylinders, and that's a hat trick now for Nate so far. First assist, so it's been a couple of solo plays, or more solo plays than that, but that was a beautiful shot there. That one's a chance once again for Checker, but Cheerio gets away with the save there. I think for the Royals in the tail end of this one, you got to get at least one. That small step, just saying we can score against these guys, that's going to make a world of difference heading into game number 2.
Most definitely. Here's Cheerio with some space to work with. Thermal going for the bump. It's going to clear the net. Cheerio gets the Minnetonka Royals on the board here to make it a 2-goal game with 1:38 left to play.
Well, still a chance here for the Royals. That's a beautiful bump play there. Cheerio just chasing down that last defender, opening up the net. Easy finish there on the side for Cheerio. Excuse me, Cheerio was the one chasing that down. Thermal was the one in net there, but well done. And Royals don't count him out yet. There's still a chance. See, Thermal in the corner tries to get that out towards mid. Cheerio is going to go up for this one. That's going to hang towards the backboard. PC McD bangs that far side. Here's Tammy. Tammy off the sidewall. Loses control of that one, so Checker. Onto the counterattack. Thermal is actually not going to be able to make contact. And now it's back to a 3-goal lead.
Thermal just a little too far forward here. Checker putting it right over his head. On the rotation back, just unable to get a piece of it. Just unfortunately had to watch it go right into his net. Still time though, but not a whole lot here in game number 1 in this best of 7. Off the kickoff. Tammy able to play it to the corner for Minnetonka. Puts it in front of the net. No one there to put it home. Thermal tried to get it by, but Nate's there. Cheerio gets the demo there on Nate, but the ball floats by him a little bit. Tammy trying to control, but Checker's on him right away. Less than 1 minute to play now. Thermal playing over to the midfield, trying to stay with it. Got another touch on it. It's just wide off the post. He's going to go ahead, pinch it in. It's a 2-goal game now with 48 seconds left.
And once again, there is a chance, but this is what a shot by Thermal. Just get the second touch barely over top there and then able to pinch that one in off the post. Sometimes one of the hardest angles to score from right there when you have to just kind of jam it in there, but he manages to score it and, like you said, cut it back to 2. So the Royals, they still got a chance, but they need some more action here. I think the big thing for them too is try to get Tammy more involved. We've seen some beautiful passing plays at the MNRS level with Tammy, but really haven't seen too much of that chemistry come out here as the sub tonight.
Thermal able to send it to the right side of the field. 20 seconds left. Cheerio shot on goal. Oh, just underneath the crossbar. It's going to go in. It's a 1-goal game. Cheerio with a snipe here. 22 seconds left.
I guess at some point it doesn't matter if you're not getting that third player involved, if your top 2 are stepping up. And that's what we're seeing here. Cheerio a pair of goals now. Thermal still with 1. Cheerio a trio of saves as well. So, you know, if you can get essentially your pseudo-captain to step up. I talked to Thermal pregame, and I thought he was the captain being highest listed on the team, but he said not. It's really kind of a lead by committee for them as Checker goes to that one off the corner. Cheerio sends it downfield, but Nate will intercept at the midway line. Now back the other direction. Nate with a chance for a shot. That one stepped aside, but now Tammy has to carry. On the sidewall, PC McD drops that back. Cheerio pitches it into the corner. We're going to have a 0-second goal potential here as that's out towards mid once again there, but that one's spiked by the Rochester Riff, and they will take game number 1.
Still, if you're the Minnetonka Royals there, nothing to hang your heads on. You made a comeback there late. It was just a couple misplays earlier on in the game that were the difference there. Nonetheless, though, like you mentioned, Frey, earlier on with Tammy, gotta get him more involved. We definitely saw it yesterday when he played in the MNRS playoff there to qualify for the LAN event, that he definitely has the skill set to play at this level. Get him a little more involved, and it'll be a very fun series moving forward.
Yeah, I mean, you know, like I said, if you missed out on that series, it was an upset, a 4-2 upset over the number 3 rank there. That was the Hibbing Wardens getting upset by the Minnetonka Monarchs. So same group, of course, for the Minnetonka, but Tammy was a huge part of that upset as a whole. On this one, Royals, 2 from Cheerio, 1 from Thermal, 7 shots as a team and 3 saves, all 3 to Cheerio. Their other side, Rochester Riff put on the pressure early on, 11 shots for them. Decent shooting percentage, 4 for 11. Their season average is 29%, so much better for them. The hat trick by Nate, of course, being the primary difference maker there. So game number 2, I really think the Royals find themselves in a good spot. It's just, can you settle it down a little bit earlier, and can you force the Rochester Riff maybe onto their back foot a little bit?
It's really going to be the difference maker there is just, just whoever can just control the pace of the game here moving forward. As it looks like Tammy ready to get involved in the play right away as he's able to bring it into the Rochester Riff half. Cheerio is unable to make contact there to put on target. Nate gets the ball by Tammy. Space to work with in front of him. Just Thermal left a beast and go ahead and try to dribble. What a save there from Thermal as Checker's shot gets blocked over into the corner. Thermal trying to get the clear here. He'll get it all the way downfield. It's off the post, but Tammy's there. No, Checker clears it over to the side. What a start to game number 2.
Element back and forth here. Nate's gonna have a chance. Thermal with another save. A pair of saves early on here and almost the counterattack goal. As this is a lot of action in the first bit here. So that's gonna beat one defender. Actually get a second. Tammy's gonna have a chance for a great pass out of the corner. Out towards mid. That's a miss. And Cheerio will drive that home to make it 1-0.
Beautiful touch here from Tammy off the corner. I think it was, yeah, PC McD there off the back wall, just trying to get a piece of it to clear it away from the front of the net, but Cheerio was there to drive it home. 1-0 for the Minnetonka Royals to start game number 2.
Yeah, and that was the thing there, is that pass from Tammy could not be understated. That's what I was looking for there, where it's just most players won't be able to get that connection, especially if they're subbing up from MNRS. You know, I'm a member of that league myself, but I'll admit, it's, you know, not the best mechanics, but beautiful to get that, you know, mid-air adjustment and able to pinch it kind of out towards mid. Makes it a little bit harder for PC McD to read, and it results in the opening goal there. As now, Tammy will take it once again. Gets it past a second defender, now one out at mid. Cheerio with a chance, that's far post. That one's wide, Cheerio another chance there. That one's a little bit too high. Riff towards the sidewall, Nate is there for the shot. That's gonna go towards the crossbar, a little too high. Couple opportunities for the Riff so far, but a couple of great saves by Thermal, and then a miss off the crossbar there as Tammy into the corner for Cheerio's shot. Tight angle there. Saved by Nate as we eclipsed 95 seconds gone in game number 2.
Thermal now moving forward with it, dribbling it, try to get one man to beat it, just PC McD, but he gets the save there. Ball gets cleared back to the midfield. PC McD, an awkward double touch there. Cheerio's gonna go ahead, take advantage of that, try to move forward. Gets a good 50 there against Nate, but Checker's on it right away. Just Tammy in an awkward spot. Nate there, he puts the shot on target. He beats Thermal to it to tie the game.
It's a beautiful passing play there. That's one thing that we know that this Riff squad can do, is we see Checker find Nate on that back post just a little bit too quick for that last defender to tie it up at one apiece. Other thing to mention as well is actually that last game was interesting for the Riff. Their season, they have the second best defense on the season with 1.64 goals allowed per game. So to allow 3 against a Royals team with a sub definitely tells you something about maybe their defense being a little shaky or a little or just the Royals being that good on offense. As Thermal's gonna have a chance, and he'll make it 2-1 now.
Just a good shot here from Thermal off the pass from Tammy. Good 50 there. Thermal just able to beat everyone to it, put it right into the open net. 2-1 for the Minnetonka Royals.
And you know, the biggest thing now I think is just Royals, keep your foot on the gas. We sometimes see teams just kind of fall a little bit too far on the back foot, just be a little bit too lazy here, saying we can just defend this 1-goal lead, but it allows so many counterattacks. As Tammy has a chance here, back out towards Thermal in the corner. I think you just gotta keep on pressing the Rochester Riff. Don't give them the space to make those passing plays happen, and you'll find yourself in a good spot later into this game. As far side now, Thermal back on defense. Here is Nate, lets that wrap around towards mid. PC on the sidewall, contending with Tammy. Tammy's chasing that one down out towards mid. A team pinch there for the Minnetonka Royals. Cheerio into the corner. Nate wins that one. Gonna drop this one out mid, looking for PC McD, stopped by Tammy. And under 2 to play now.
Now over to the corner. Cheerio off his own back wall. Met there by Rochester Riff player Nate on it right away again. Tried to aim for the top corner, but it's off the back wall. It's that Checker's there to follow it up. A tie game yet again. 1:46 left to play here in game number 2. A very intense game number 2 at that.
Beautiful shot there by Nate. I honestly thought that one was going to go in with just the angle he had on it. Beautiful play off the wall, but then finds Checker out at mid, and that's sometimes what it needs. Sometimes just a little bit of a missed shot turns into the pass, and Rochester Riff will take whatever they can get to tie it up at 2.
Tammy with a folding clear all the way into the corner. Off the corner now for Rochester Riff. Thermal's shot gets blocked up high off the ceiling. PC McD able to get it by Cheerio. He's got Tammy on the back foot. Thermal having to step up, plays off his own corner. An awkward touch though. PC McD still with it. Tammy steps up, plays it over to the corner. Double commit now there. Tammy and Thermal both on the ball. Cheerio the last one back. Tried to clear it, but Nate's there. He'll play it straight down. Cheerio gets a piece of it, pops it up. Nate and Checker both go. Nate gets there first, but Checker's flying all the way to the back wall. Nate now tried to play it over to the middle for Checker on his way back, but Cheerio's there for Minnetonka. PC McD now there to challenge Tammy over at the midfield. Thermal tries to move forward into the Rochester Riff half, but he gets demoed by Checker. Cheerio on the ball yet again there. Very back and forth between these two teams. Solid scoring chances from both sides. It's going to be tough to say who's going to walk away with game 2 as Cheerio's up on. He gets it off the back wall. He'll score and go up 3-2 with 41 seconds left.
A great double touch there by Cheerio, or actually not even a double touch, just a backboard read there. PC McD isn't up fast enough. No one for the Rochester Riff is on the backboard. That's something you do expect to see from this CLMN level of play, but nothing here. And I was going to say, you know, while you were talking there, I was going to say maybe we'll see our first overtime of the night for CLMN. Last night took till game 7 of the second series to see overtime, but actually I think it was earlier on, but it was late into the second series where we saw overtime, but tonight maybe earlier. Rochester Riff will need to find one more if they want to make it happen as Cheerio jukes 2, and he'll make it 4-2 now.
What a flick here from Cheerio as he's just able to beat 2 players. PC McD and Checker both going for it. Cheerio gets it by both. That might be the nail in the coffin there for game number 2. There's just 22 seconds left to play.
Now, Rochester Riff, do you have a response here? Is this going to be a tied-up series? A great response for the Minnetonka Royals. So the Royals, like I said, scoring more than what you'd expect with this Rochester Riff team. They're, you know, you expect about 3 goals so far, but they are at 7 on the series right now, and they look like no sign of stopping as PC McD finds that one inside the post, and the Rochester Riff are within striking distance.
Still time left on the clock. Nate with a good dribble there. PC McD just able to beat Thermal off the post. Still time left, 3 seconds. It's got to be a quick one here to force overtime. Off the kickoff. Over to the left side. Nate was there right away for a good set play here, potentially. Checker tried to beat everyone to it, but Cheerio gets their first good bounce off the wall. PC McD is able to get there in time. No time left on the clock. He's got to keep it up in the air. Thermal will challenge and hit the ground. That is going game number 2 for the Minnetonka Royals.
A great response there for them. That is what we were looking for, where we see, you know, Tammy a little bit more involved there. Still bottom of the team in this one, but a pair of assists and a pair of shots, so putting some pressure on. Had a chance very early on off the Thermal counterattack, but Royals able to get it done with a hat trick from Cheerio and then some better pressure on offense. We see them this time around actually outshoot the Riff. That is 10-7, the stat line there. But hey, that's what it takes. And Rochester Riff get a goal apiece from each player, but just couldn't find that last little opportunity there. It was too little, too late. They had an opportunity at 0 seconds, but just, you know, some strong defensive play by the Royals, and they tied up at 1 apiece.
Like you said, I mean, Tammy's looking a little more involved there. Just right out of the gate, just a really fun first half of that game to watch. Both teams with ample scoring opportunities. 7 shots for the Rochester Riff, 10 for the Minnetonka Royals. It's still just very back and forth. A very solid game to watch. Both teams looking to qualify for the LAN event, saying that we're not ready for our season to be over. Definitely going to be fun moving forward here. Series tied 1 game apiece, best of 7 here.
And the interesting thing to mention as well is actually Tammy has quite a bit of experience alongside Cheerio, and then some with Parker, but of course not playing this evening. And then there's been quite a few different kind of mix-ups in the lineup, but Tammy has actually played 10 games this season at the CLMN level, so 4-6 in those games, so not too fortunate there, but definitely has the ability to take some games and potentially take a series with this extended best of 7 here this evening, and we'll have to see if that continues to play out in game number 3.
Most definitely. And then Cheerio and Tammy, both of them at University of Minnesota Rocket League players at the collegiate level, looking to showcase their skills on any field they can get. As PC McDee's can go ahead, clear it all the way down the far side. Thermal plays over off the ceiling, but Nate's there for the Rochester Riff, trying to move forward with it. They'll leave the ball there for Checker. Checker will try to fake Thermal, but Thermal gets a piece of it, send it to his corner. Nate will play straight down, try to get the double. He does have it. It's off the crossbar, just high. PC McDee's shot. That gets blocked by Cheerio.
Great opportunities early on here for the Riff, but at some point, it doesn't matter that you have 4 shots so far. You got to find the back of the net. Give the Royals too much time to get kind of settled into this game, and they'll make you pay for it. As Nate puts a good pass out towards mid. Checker with the shot. Tammy, beautiful save there. That is what you need if you are the Royals. PC McDee, another attempt for a pass, but Thermal will clear that one away. Nate at mid. Demoed by Thermal. Cheerio taking this one forward, looking for the flick play. Thermal, quick shot. Checker saves that one out and away. Checker back on offense, trying to get in onto this one, but Tammy with the save. Nade out towards mid. PC McD puts that one high. Cleared away by the Royals, and they'll go on for the counterattack.
Cheerio working off the corner there against Checker. Ball moves back to Tammy in the middle. Over to the corner. Nate is there for the Rochester Riff. PC McD able to clear it back to midfield. Cheerio pops it up. Nate there to intercept. Plays over to the right side. Thermal there for the Minnetonka Royals. Gonna go ahead and leave it for Tammy. Tammy gets demoed by PC McD. Nate trying to move forward. They will get a good 50 there against Cheerio. Tammy off the respawn. Tries to pop it up, but Checker's on it right away. Plays it off the corner. Looking for a teammate in the middle, but Cheerio there to clear it over to the corner. PC McD off the ceiling, but Cheerio's there yet again. Lands on the ball here, stuck at midfield. Tammy will go ahead, step up, send it to the back wall for Thermal. Thermal tight angle, puts it in front of the net, but Cheerio's there to put a shot. He'll score into the lower half of the Rochester Riff net. It's 1-0 for Minnetonka.
Beautiful placement there by Cheerio. Sees that Nate is backwards. Such a tough angle to turn around there. Nate is just facing the wrong direction, facing towards the back of his net. And the Royals make him pay for that one there. So just under halfway through, we have a 1-0 lead once again for the Royals. That's going to be a chance at a kickoff goal. And Cheerio will get that one to go across the line, doubling that lead.
This is exactly what you are looking for if you are the Minnetonka Royals right now. Just a good kickoff goal there. Just go up 2 goals in about 5 seconds. Still plenty of time left, though, if you are the Rochester Riff. About half the game still left to be played. Nate working off the ceiling now. Tammy there for Minnetonka. Checker now there for Rochester. Cheerio trying to control back at the middle. Nate will go ahead, control out of boost, though. He'll go ahead, just play it over to the left side. Thermal will go ahead, send it all the way to the back wall. He's going to go ahead. It's actually going to go in. What a shot here from Thermal. I thought it was just wide of the net, but no. Off the post and in off the corner.
I think that was actually going to be an own goal if we take a look at Checker's POV here. Yeah, he sends that off of the crossbar and in. I don't think that one was going in, so that's an unforced error there. And it is a strong lead in game number 3 here. Royals are looking somewhat unstoppable right now. I'm not going to say that, you know, they're in the clear yet, but this is a good way to start game number 3. And just 2 minutes left. Keep the offense going, but don't get too aggressive, and you'll find yourself in the lead in the series.
Nate here with good control. Try to find a teammate in the middle. Checker with not a lot of boost to work with. Cheerio will send it to full length of the field. PC McD making a diving save there. Cheerio will go ahead, pop it up. Both Tammy and Thermal both go. Thermal almost with the dunk on it, but instead the ball will roll all the way back to Cheerio. Work out of his own corner, pop it up to the midfield where he finds Thermal. Checker on it though, beats him to it. Tammy plays it over to the right side. Nate there to play it to the ceiling. Cheerio tries to find Tammy in the middle. Tammy will go ahead, play it to the Rochester corner. Checker there to control and move forward with it. Thermal put a shot on target from long range. That gets saved there by PC McD. Still 3-0. Very solid performances. Cheerio with another shot. That gets saved by Checker. He was ready for it. Both the Minnetonka Royals and the Rochester Riff looking very comfortable here, but the Minnetonka Royals having everything to show for it right now. But it's an opportunity here as Tammy got demoed in net. Still have to move forward with it here. Ball off the ceiling. Thermal there with a big save. Still time here for the Rochester Riff as they are trying to get something on the clock, or on the scoreboard rather, but Tammy makes another save.
What I was going to mention with how much pressure it's been, you'd assume that it would be the Royals with fewer saves, but they actually are out-saving the Riff 7-3 on the game. Is actually, I give them a little bit of a caster curse there. PC McD gets one past the defense there with 30 seconds left.
Still time left on the clock. 2 goals in 31 seconds to force overtime is definitely possible here for the Rochester Riff. His Thermal off the kickoff here. Put it into the Rochester corner. Checker's up for it, though. He gets bumped off it, but Nate's there to follow up. No, Tammy gets there first. Able to clear it to midfield. 20 seconds left now. PC McD over to the middle. Thermal will go ahead, send it all the way to the back wall. Cheerio able to send it to the back wall as well, just trying to kill the clock here. Tammy sends it to the corner. Thermal will put it on target. 2 players go. Checker makes the save. 5 seconds left in the game now, and it looks like game number 3 will go in favor of the Minnetonka Royals.
Yes, it will, and what a showing here. Is there's going to be a chance for a 0-second goal. Thermal should kick that one out and away. Tammy actually might try to keep this one up, will not, and that one will fall. So that's a great showing for the Royals. That's back-to-back games now after dropping the first one. They definitely look like the better team so far in this one, and as we talked about getting Tammy more involved, look at that one there. A pair of assists and 4 saves to take the MVP in game number 3. So showing up big there on the defensive half and a couple of assists on the offensive half. So that's what you need if you wanted to get the game over the line. You have to have, and involve every player you've got, and that's what the Royals are doing better than the Riff right now.
That might have been the reason why the Riff were able to take the first game off them. And as we saw that Tammy wasn't too involved in that first game, now with being more involved in the second and third game here, I mean, we see that it's gone very well here now for the Minnetonka Royals, as they are 2 wins away from clinching their spot at the LAN event and on December 18th, December 19th. The information will be in chat. We are still looking for donations. Anything you can contribute is much, much appreciated from the MNCS staff. Still a very exciting series we have for you right now, though.
Thing to mention as well is actually we do have a potential back-to-back LAN title on the line here, because the Rochester Riff, of course, like I said, champion last season with PC McD. So if they could make it to LAN, they'll have a chance to defend their title there and could be the first team to post back-to-back LAN titles, because of course the season 1 and 2 championships done on online, nothing LAN there. So that's a good chance early on for Thermal. Shot there, saved away by PC McD, but we'll have to see what the Rochester Riff can do if they can respond here in game number 4, or if it's going to be all Royals once again. As we'll see Tammy kick that towards the sidewall, now up off the ceiling. PC McD booms that one downfield. He gets the wheels cut from beneath him by Thermal, but then gets a block there. Good chance. PC McD was charging in. Cheerio wins that one, can't win the second. Tammy heading in now in this one, flicks it around towards one, but that stopped there. 35 seconds in, it's pretty even so far. Have to see if the Royals can start off the way they have, as Thermal gets an opportunity here, but that will be swatted away.
Tammy now trying to step up. Had a chance there, but Nate able to play it to the side, but Cheerios on it right away. The pressure, just the opportunities that we've seen from this Minnetonka Royals team just seems to make them unstoppable right now, as PC McD having to make a save there, but Tammy's on it right away for Minnetonka. Tried to drop it in the middle for Thermal. Instead, it gets cleared back to Cheerio. They'll go ahead, play it off the corner, off the attempted clear from PC McD. Thermal shot off the post. Tammy, though, on it right away yet again. Still, the opportunities here already 3 shots on the board for the Minnetonka Royals, 0 on the side of the Rochester Riff.
Really good chances there. That was a great passing play from our point of view. Of course, we could really see that one developing there with Thermal just charging in on the near post, but defenders weren't caught, or were caught off guard, weren't ready for it, and almost makes a pace shot on the near post there. PC McD, he'll open the scoring in game number 4.
Just looked like Thermal in net here. Just thought that shot might have been just a little bit wide, or even looked like he was also a little out of position. Nonetheless, though, a perfectly placed shot there from PC McD. 1-0 for the Rochester Riff. 3:18 left to play. That's what you're looking for if you're looking to bounce back after 2 straight losses. Cheerio playing over to the wall now. Now plays it to the ceiling. Leaves it there for Thermal. He's going to go ahead and play it all the way to the back wall. Gets the dunk. It's just goes right across the front of the net. Not enough of an angle on it to get it in the net. Pass play here from Nate over to Checker. Sends it to the back wall. PC McD will play for the far post. Thermal there to clear it away this time.
Now it's really the pressure falls on the Minnetonka Royals. You definitely want to keep this momentum you've had in the past couple games going. Thermal cuts that one back towards mid. But the real thing is can they do that, or will the Rochester Riff finally be able to kind of mount up and get back to their offense? Thermal puts a shot on net. That one saved by Checker on the goal line. Cleared away there. Now Tammy has a chance at the front post. That one swept aside once again, this time by PC McD. And the Rochester Riff survived that one. I thought Thermal had the angle there, but Checker comes in with a little bit of a better save. Still 1-0.
Still just the opportunities here for the Minnetonka Royals. Reason why they are still in this series. It looks like Tammy's going to have an open net. Tammy gets on the score sheet here with his first goal of the series. 1-1 with 2:10 left to play.
Beautiful pass there by Thermal. Gets that around PC McD there. And just finds Tammy, excuse me, waiting on the front post. Has that open net. Defender, of course, charging in on it from the left side there, but well behind the strike there. And as you said, Tammy getting his first goal of the series, along with a couple of saves and assists in the game prior. It's the team starting to fire on all cylinders.
But it looks like it's going to be the Rochester Riff bouncing right back to take back the lead as Nate will bury it here with a good pass from PC McD.
And, you know, that's just the caster curse at work. It seems like every time I praise a team, they immediately concede a goal. So we could blame that one on me, Minnetonka Royals, if you'd like. But under 2 minutes now, you are finding yourself back in that 1-goal deficit. Do you have another one in the pocket? You've been able to score, on average, 3.5 just about throughout the series. So it's been a good offensive showing so far. Let's see if they can continue it here. As Tammy will boom that one downfield. Checker is going to go for this one off the backboard. Touch into the corner for Nate. Trying to touch that a second time. Has to go towards the sidewall, so PC McD now with possession there. Tammy with a chance. That's back into their own zone. Thermal trying to charge up on it. Cheerio will take the dribble instead. Cheerio with a demo. Pass off the corner there. Tammy will be there. And Tammy has a double on the game.
What a pass here from Cheerio. Gets the demo on one, plays off the corner, knows he's still got one man to beat. He's like, I'll just pass it off the back wall instead. Tammy there to put it away to tie the game back up.
This might be kind of the breakout game here for Tammy. Also, a funny thing to mention when we're talking about LAN and about, you know, the potential for the defense or the reigning champions to fall here is that if a player on this roster isn't able to make it, I believe Tammy would be the sub. So there's a chance that Tammy could play on 2 different rosters at LAN. And right now, I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end for this one. Of course, we have the Hibbing Outlaws as a part of CLMN waiting in the wings for that LAN event. But you know, this Royals team's looking pretty good.
Most definitely. I mean, it just seems like as the series progresses, Tammy is just looking more and more comfortable. We saw looking to get a little more involved in that first game, but in the second, third, and now this fourth game as well, Tammy getting more involved in the game, showing up on the score sheet even, really being a contributing factor to the Minnetonka Royal success.
20 seconds left. Will we see overtime in game number 4? First overtime of the night if it does happen here. As Thermal's going to boom this one downfield, looking for Tammy. Can't quite read. It's going to be sent down the other way by PC McD. Thermal into the corner, probably just trying to settle this one out and away. Checker, good read on that one. Cheerio booms it the other way. And PC McD will let that one fall. So overtime, game number 4. Who will take the pivotal game number 4 and take will there be a lead into the second half of the series? Or will we find ourselves tied back at 2 apiece?
Cheerio looking to control. PC McD able to take it away from him. Thermal sends the ball down the full left side of the field. Checker trying to move forward with it. Thermal with a good dunk. Played out the back wall. Nate in an awkward spot. It was a chance there for Tammy, but instead he elected to play the demo. Nate trying to get it by Cheerio. He's able to keep it into the corner. Thermal there to follow it up. Ball gets by Checker there. Thermal still trying to move forward with it. Ball gets played off the ceiling. Tammy trying to get there first, but Nate with a good recovery there. Able to send it in a better spot, but Thermal right on it yet again. A couple of misses here that we've seen so far. Cheerio's shot gets blocked there by Nate. That's what I was saying, a couple misses here on the side of the Rochester Riff defense.
Well, and right now the Minnetonka Royals, they honestly just look more hungry for this victory. They've got that pressure. It's kind of the blood in the water as they're really pressuring here, making the Rochester Riff work to stay alive. As we see a double commit there once again, it's frantic defense from the Riff, and it's always a question of how long can that last, or will you just break and concede a goal first? But so far, about 75 seconds into this one, and they still tied up at 2 apiece. So survived so far. Now with a chance here, PC McD shot low. Saved there by Cheerio. Thermal, no boost in the corner. 50s that one out towards mid. Checker should have a chance for a shot, but that one's going to be behind him. Now Tammy sends that one downfield. PC McD into the corner. Cheerio's there, gets beaten on that 50. Now Thermal back the other way, chips that around 1, around a second. Tammy's up, puts that one towards the backboard. Get the recovery. Oh, Checker puts that one on net, off the post. Thermal, great follow-up save there. Tammy just barely able to get in front of that one to keep it tied at 2.
Thermal now playing it over at the middle, gets the dunk there on Checker. PC McD able to get there first, looking for a teammate over on the right side, but it sets a turnover here for Cheerio. He'll play the 50 there against Nate. Tammy finds Cheerio. Cheerio will pop it up in front of the net, but no one's there to put it away as Checker beats Thermal to it. Nate, after getting bumped there by Cheerio, Tammy with an accidental pinch all the way back into his own half. It's an awkward spot here for Thermal. He's still able to clear it over to the right side. PC McD looking to control Thermal on it right away. Able to clear it down the left side of the field. Tammy trying to get there first, but Nate beats him to it. Cheerio taking his time. An awkward spot here on his own back wall. Nate will get the dunk on him. Thermal with a miss. Checker will put it away to keep going in this series to tie it up. 2 games apiece.
That's an unfortunate touch there. Cheerio tries to beat Nate in the corner, but cannot. And then PC McD there to clean that one up, or excuse me, Checker there at mid to clean that one up nice and easy. So a beautiful follow-up there for the Rochester Riff. They survive that absolute onslaught to start the overtime, and they'll make it 2 apiece in this series, finally responding. Big thing as well is 3 of the 4 games so far have been 1-goal games, so it's been a tight series. Both teams having chances to take victories in alternating games, but this one falls in favor of the Riff. A goal apiece, assists apiece, and then 7 saves there. Put up 8 shots as a team. Royals, both goals to Tammy there, so stepping up once again. A pair of saves and then 11 shots as a team, so good response here for the Riff. They'll force a little bit of a longer series, and it's huge to have that tied up there as we see that save by Checker in the background there too. That Thermal shot could have made it 3-2 in regulation and, ended that one right there, but those clutch saves on the goal line will be the difference maker, and we see that here.
Most definitely. I mean, just the Rochester Riff just now able to respond, and then just the defense from both sides to really force that overtime. Just that little bit of an awkward spot there for Cheerio just trying to clear it away. That was really just an awkward spot there. Not much you can do, but still a very even series. 2 games apiece. Game number 5 about to be underway. Still, but the keys for both sides is just play your game at this point. I mean, you both know that you can beat the other team. This game number 5 is already underway. One team will go on match point after taking this game 5. As Nate's on it right away here for the Rochester Riff. Plays off the back wall right in front of the net. Tammy with a good clear. Checker plays it back into his half. Trying to take his time. Tammy's on it right away. Pass over to Thermal, and it's going to be a quick start for the Minnetonka Royals.
Was just fierce speed by Thermal. Tammy puts this one hard and fast off the front post, but Thermal is there first. There's not much Nate can do there, but basically just be on the front post. But of course, you never really want to be positioned on the front post because then they'll just skip it over you. And a great passing play by Tammy to Thermal there. Gives the Royals the start they were looking for here in game number 5.
Quick bounce back there after a tough loss in that game 4. Dave trying to put a shot on target. He's going to go ahead and play to the backboard. He's got the double tap. Yes, he does. 1-1. A quick answer here from the Rochester Riff.
AC McD, a beautiful decision there just to let that one roll off his car back to Nate. Knows that he's got that player there in position, and Nate puts that double touch right under the bar. Just a great shot there. And early goals here, so we've gotten about half of our total from, actually half of our total from the previous regulation, the first 35 in this one. Now to see if this is more of a repeat of the first and second game. 7 goals combined in those ones. So high scoring affairs as Tammy booms this one downfield. See, Checker should be the first one there. He's got an awkward angle to try to deal with this one. That's a great save on the shot by Cheerio. Now Tammy back on defense. There's Thermal in the corner. Carrying this one across his defensive zone. Beautiful air dribble there to keep that one out of the hands of the Rochester Riff. Dunks that one mid, but PC McD will read. Tammy up for this one. Light touch there towards the far side. It's cleared forward. Thermal going up for the shot on this one. Bounce shot. Nate reads well. And that one's cleared away for the Rochester Riff.
Checker now trying to work in the corner. Tammy the last one back for Minnetonka. Not a lot of boost left in the tank. Thermal able to follow up, keep it in the corner out of a dangerous spot. Now he's looking to control. He'll pinch it up the left side. Checker there to play it down for PC McD. Cheerio there to contest him. Nate will go ahead, beat by everyone. It's an open net right now. All 3 players are up. Nate will slide it over to PC McD. It's 2-1 now for the Rochester Riff.
Yeah, that was just an overcommit there. I don't know why, but there was nobody behind Tammy. Last defender there, and you'd expect there to be someone rotating behind him there, but there's just both players that past the halfway line. So really, Minnetonka Royals, no excuses on that one besides bad rotations. And you gotta clean that up. The Rochester Riff will capitalize on that one, and will keep capitalizing if you give them as nice of opportunities like that.
And we go ahead, send this one high over the crossbar. Thermal will pop in the middle. He's going to try it for the musty flick. He'll fake everyone, but no one was there to follow it up. Checker moving forward with it. Picks up the full boost at mid. Plays over to the corner. Tammy and Thermal double commit there on the ball. Nate sends it to the top of the crossbar. Cheerio able to clear it over to the right side. Nate would try to get the early read on it, but instead Tammy's going to put her shot. That gets high off the crossbar as well. The crossbar being a bit of an unsung hero in this game number 5. Several shots off the crossbar that we've seen from both teams.
Yeah, of course, always the good old saying that the post and the crossbar, goalie's best friend. That's ever true in Rocket League as well. As Checker's going to have a chance pinch there on the ground, but Thermal gets the save. Well done. The Royals seem to be on the back foot once again. Riff starting to find some momentum here. They look like the deadlier team so far in game number 5. Would, of course, like you said just prior to this one, take series point if you are able to win this one, as Tammy kicks it out towards mid. PC McD, good save. Nate will drop that one back. These passes and back passes by this roster being a huge part of their success so far here. It's PC McD. Sends that one around the back wall. Cannot connect, so Tammy 50 there by Nate, back out towards mid. Thermal should be the first one there. He'll lose that 50 towards Checker. Now Cheerio rotating back on defense. That one's crossbar. PC McD, he'll put that one back towards net. Saved by Tammy. And so far, Rochester Riff, excuse me, can't find the back of the net to give them that 2-goal lead, but still in the lead under 90 seconds to go now, game number 5.
Cheerio plays it high off the ceiling. Nate with a good read on, tries to play down for PC McD. Instead, Tammy will slide it by him. Checker over to the right side. PC McD waiting. He'll back pass it here for Nate, but Thermal with a good read on it beats him to it. Thermal plays it in front of the net, but Checker with a speedy rotation able to get back in time. Tammy tried playing it forward there. Cheerio, the last one back. He'll go ahead and send it all the way to the back wall. Thermal ready for it. Tried to drop it down. He'll fake it instead. Cheerio shot off the post. Tammy coming in. That gets saved by PC McD. Less than 1 minute left to play now. Checker the full and clear. Thermal's an awkward spot. Checker will make it 3-1.
Oh, that was just absolutely heartbreaking for the Minnetonka Royals. They had that clear by Cheerio. He was the last man back, but was able to get enough of a boot behind that, really, to put that one high on the backboard. Tried to get the shot, couldn't find the angle. Tammy couldn't find the angle off the post as well. And then just the counterattack goal to make it a 2-goal lead for the Rochester Riff. And Royals, you're going to find yourself in a tough spot unless you got some magic late in game number 5. As we see Cheerio and Thermal on offense, Tammy up on this one as well. Nate will win that 50 back towards mid. PC McD booming it downfield, looking for a Checker. Thermal will take that one off the back wall, runs out of boost now. Just to flick out towards mid. Nate intercepts there towards the back wall once again of the Royals. Cheerio versus PC McD out towards mid. Checker's first one there, shot towards net, saved by Tammy. Cheerio might have a chance to get some offense going, but now 15 seconds remaining here in game number 5. That one goes high and far side. Thermal's there. That one's out of reach, and that will be cleared by Nate. Almost guaranteed at the end of game number 5. And as that one floats towards net, that will be dropped down by the Riff. She kept alive there for a moment as Cheerio into the corner. Nate off of the sidewall. Tammy tries to charge in. But the Rochester Riff finally do respond back-to-back games here to take series point against the Royals.
Good bounce back here. Last 2 games from the Rochester Riff. And if you're on the side of the Minnetonka Royals, you got to try to find your groove again that we saw in games 2 and 3. Where it just seemed like that unstoppable offensive force that they had going with them was just the difference maker, allowing them to get those goals, to get those early leads, giving them plenty of time to control the game early and late in the later half of the game. But the big thing I've been noticing here, Frey, is just the double commits that we've seen on the defensive half from the Minnetonka Royals. Might be a little bit of a panic, but just the double commits, if they clean those up, they'll be looking much more solid there on defense, able to keep the games even closer, potentially even get a couple shutouts.
Yeah, and that's, the thing is here is actually the Riff, I think, have worked I don't know. I can't tell if it's the Royals struggling on offense now or if just the Riff have finally found a little bit more of their groove. But after scoring 3+ for the first 3 games of the series, the Minnetonka Royals have only scored 1.5 goals per game in these last 2. It was 2 in game number 4 and then 1 in game number 5. So that's the thing. If you want to beat this Rochester Riff team, you're going to have to score probably 3 or 4. That's what it was in those games 2 and 3. It was 4 goals and 3 goals to get the win. Since then, it's been pretty quiet for the Royals. Can they get some more offense going early on here? As we'll see Tammy in the corner trying to pass one out towards mid. Cheerio shot just inside the post. Nate with a great save there. He pitched out towards mid. We saw some early attacks from last game from the Royals, but could not find the back of the net. As I said, came back to haunt them there. Cheerio passed it out towards mid. Thermal with a chance there. That one's off the post. Tammy out towards mid once again. Nate drops that down, but it might go right to Cheerio. He'll dive in on that one. Stopped by PC McD. Thermal now off the ceiling. Touched away there by Nate. Tammy rotating back on defense. Here's Cheerio. Back in his own zone. Trying to lead his team forward. Trying to put on this upset over the Rochester Riff. That one's going to fall back towards mid once again. Here is Thermal.
Cheerio now trying to move forward with it. PC McD instead. Good pinch there between Thermal and PC McD. Sends it all the way down for Cheerio. His shot wide of the net, but it gets cleared over to the far side by Checker. Tammy now looking to try to read out the back wall instead. Was not able to make contact with it. Thermal backwards, able to flick it into the corner. PC McD there to control. Cheerio getting bumped into that one by Nate. Able to get a good turnover there. It's an open net, but Nate with a diving save on a shot from Thermal to keep it 0-0.
That one's really unfortunate too, as there was a double commit there. You almost think if one of those players just stops that one a little bit shorter and tries to pass it back, you might be able to score that. Of course, hard to think of that in the moment, but just the double commit doesn't work. And a great save, like you said, by Nate there. Now Thermal will clear this one back downfield, crosses the midway line. There's PC McD, pass back by Checker, shot, Tammy save. Beautiful play on the near post. Tammy sends that one low. There's Nate once again. Getting bumped, but he's going to try to challenge back against Tammy. Loses that 50 into the corner. PC McD should win. He will boot this one downfield. Going to go for the shot himself as well. A little bit high, but Thermal is able to clear. 2 minutes gone in game number 6. Match point in favor of the Rochester Riff.
He's cleared over to Tammy. Working. Try to get a piece of it. It's an awkward ball for him. Cheerio having to step up. Play the 50. It's a beautifully played 50 at that as it goes right into the Rochester Riff net. 1-0 off a goal from Cheerio.
This one, you never really know if these 50s are just dumb luck or what it is, but that one, if it's luck, if it's a planned 50, either way, you take that goal if you are Cheerio. Give your team the lead now. It's, who gets the next one? Of course, the first goal is important, but I think the second one, you could argue, is more important because it's either a 2-0 lead for the Royals or we find ourselves back tied at 1. I think the Royals really need this for the momentum. If they get the 2-goal lead, it's a much better scenario for them. And if they fall behind 1-1, and Cheerio will put a second on the board himself off the sidewall pass from Tammy.
Just a good read there from Tammy. Good challenge from him. Just finds Cheerio right open in the middle. He's got no one to beat. He just slots it into the net. 2-0, just about half the game to be played.
And that's a good one there by Cheerio as well. He just has the patience. He knows that there's no one who's going to be fast enough to challenge that. So he has low boost, but he's able to make that work and give his team that 2-goal lead. So now Royals just keep the pressure up, but don't double commit. We saw that be your downfall a little bit in the game prior, both on defense and in the midfield. And if that happens again here, you definitely might find yourself slipping up and allowing the Riff a way back into this one.
PC McD, full lane clear, but Tammy there to cut it off. Plays over to the right side, now off the ceiling. Nate able to get the bump there on Cheerio, but Thermal's ready to step up. He gets it by Checker, gets it by Nate, all the way to the corner. It's open net here for Tammy. What a solo play there from Thermal, then to leave it there for Tammy. It's 3-0 now for the Minnetonka Royals.
Yeah, that's a great play there by Thermal. Gets it a past 2 defenders there. That's just an awkward read for Nate in the corner, and then he gets the demo in net. Tammy, nice shot to get that one in from the corner there, but, like you said, all the credit on that one really goes to Thermal, just with getting that one into the perfect position and then finishing it off with the demo to give the Royals now that 3-goal lead that we said, 3 is probably the mark that you need to score in order to beat the Rochester Riff. I think, too, if the Royals could blank the Riff in this 6th game here, I definitely think that'll help them heading into the final game if it does still happen.
Game 7 looking promising here at this point. Nate with the attempted back pass to PC McD. Thermal and Cheerio on it right away. Checker tried to find a teammate in the middle. Cheerio with the attempted clear instead. PC McD there to cut it off. Thermal looking for the infield pass to Tammy. Tammy able to play it over to the right side. PC McD on it though. Boost to work with instead. He'll let it go. Cheerio there to control. Flicks it up high. Gets a bump there on Nate. Is it in? Oh my goodness. Yes, it is. The hat trick there from Cheerio. What a play here from Cheerio.
Yeah, I wasn't exactly sure what he was doing there, but then you called it out perfectly. It was a bump attempt, and he just sends Nate absolutely flying there. Shots going in towards the back post. PC McD out of boost. Nothing he can do. And this is a dominant response for the Royals after dropping that last game to the Riff, actually dropping that last two to the Riff. So this is a back to form, and this is what the Royals are looking for. Rochester Riff, as I've said multiple times throughout the night and the season, just try to get one here, get some momentum going back as Cheerio almost gets another one, drops it down. Thermal gets a shot as well. Tammy with a chance. That one's a little too high. But I think if the Riff can get one here, that'll benefit them heading into the tail end. I guess the last game of the series, of course. Now under 30 seconds remaining. Tammy keeps the offense going. That's out towards mid. Nobody there for the Royals until Cheerio's on the far side. Now PC McD sends it downfield, looking for Nate, but Thermal's first one there. Nate with a demo there. That's going to be a shot, but saved by Thermal. A bit of defense here once again by the pseudo-captain of the Minnetonka Royals. Towards the ceiling, Thermal pinches that one far side. Checker might have a chance for a 0-second goal just for pride at this point, as Nate's going to put that sidewall once again. But Tammy and Thermal both just boom that one down the other direction. Get off the sidewall. Thermal puts that one back. Nate is keeping it up. I think the Rochester Riff maybe want one for the road, but they will not get it. A 4-0 just dominant performance here in game number 6 for the Royals. And they will face a game number 7, trying to set Tammy trying to get a second upset on the weekend. Minnetonka Royals looking to qualify for LAN, knocking off the number 3 team.
What a series this is. Just a well-deserved game 7. We knew, we had to know it was going to go to game 7 to start. Just both of these teams just evenly matched with each other. Just a solid performance from all players. But just that game was all Minnetonka there. The exact thing they need going into that game 7. Build up the momentum. Cheerio there with the hat trick. But notice as well, like we mentioned in game number 1, or like you mentioned, Freight, the big thing that the Minnetonka Royals had to figure out was how to get Tammy more involved and then perfect all 3 players the team plays. And we really saw that here in this game number 6, that pass play from Thermal to leave it there for Tammy, and then just a little bit of solo play there from Cheerio, the flick over the top. I mean, just everything there just seemed to click for the Minnetonka Royals. They keep that going into this game 7. It's going to be a fun one.
Actually, the interesting thing to talk about as well is the last time that Tammy did play this team, it was a very different lineup. It was Dicey and Mag Piggy, which I think that might be Piggies. I don't know for certain, actually. That's one of the CLMN players, but it was a 3-0 sweep on the side of the Rochester Riff. So Tammy forcing a game number 7 here alongside the 2 starters of this Royals lineup. And it is do or die now for both these teams as PC McD starts us off.
What a save!
Save on the far side. Nate back towards mid. Couple players fighting on this one. Checker can't touch that one. Tammy clears that one away. Nate on the sidewall. Drops that one down. Now here's Tammy. Has Thermal at mid. PC McD in on the 50. Tammy no boost. So Nate will get a shot towards net. Cheerio's up. He'll save that one well. 30 seconds into this one. First bit of offense in favor of the Riff.
Good pass here from Tammy over to Cheerio. Cheerio looking for the infield pass there for Thermal, but it gets cleared away there by Nate. Tammy over to the far side. Trying to get the double on it, but PC McD was on it right away. Thermal working out his own half now. Checker with a good challenge. Leaves it there for Nate in the middle. Tammy will go ahead, try to pop it forward. PC McD there to send it all the way back to the Minnetonka back wall. Nate sends it to the far side. Thermal looking to control. He'll pop it up. PC McD sends it back to the Minnetonka back wall. Missed there. Chance here for PC McD. Is shot off the post. Checker there to follow. All 3 players go. Tammy gets credit with the save. Now back to Nate in the middle. It's off the crossbar. PC McD coming in. He'll put it away. 1-0 for Rochester.
I thought I really thought Tammy had that save on the backside. Again, it's double commits for the Royals that cost them there. Tammy just a little bit too far behind. But the other side, Cheerio and Thermal both dive for the previous touch, and that's what cost them there. Already a minute 12 into this one, so about 25% done. It's a good start for the Riff. Royals, can you repeat that success from the game prior? Or will the Riff show their tenure as multiple champions?
Ball stuck in the middle. Cheerio plays over to the left side. Nate gets there first. It's on target. Aiming at the crossbar. Thermal gets a piece of it. Cheerio beats Checker to it. It's got Thermal going fast down the length of the field. Plays it over to the corner. Tammy trying to work with a good 50 there. Sends to the middle. Cheerio was just a little bit too far behind to make contact on it. Nate now all the way to the back wall. He might have the double, but Cheerio gets there first to clear it away. PC McD now trying to move forward with it. Cheerio sends it back to the midfield. Nate over to the right wall. Good intercept from him. Tammy on it right away. 3 minutes left to play here. Only a 1-goal game. Good 50 there from Tammy over to Cheerio. His shot from long range gets saved away by Checker. Thermal tried to find a teammate in the middle, but instead gets cleared all the way down the Checker. His shot gets saved there by Tammy. Still back and forth between these two teams. Still plenty of time here in game number 7.
Once again, I think...
Yeah, you got it.
I said once again, it's just it's the next goal that really matters. You know, if this is a tied-up game, we've still got plenty to play for. But Royals, I think if you go down 2-0 in this one, you are in a tough spot. Especially, you know, like you said, plenty of time left. But as you know, as this game goes deeper and deeper in, less and less time for you to score those goals if you need to tie it up, especially behind by 2 as Checker. Now Nate goes for the bump. Checker saved away there by Cheerio. Great play coming back in to swat that one away. PC McD is up for this one, 50 by Thermal. Cheerio settles it down, chip it over 1. Checker is there, he'll drop it back down, but Tammy's the first one there. That's high off the backboard. PC McD easily clears to his left. Thermal tries to chase it down, but he'll lose contact. Now PC McD cleared away there by Thermal. Under 2 minutes to go now. Still a 1-0 lead in favor of the Riff as the Royals go on offense.
PC McD sends it all the way to the corner, all the way to the back wall. Nate's up on it right away. He'll put it to the far side. There's no one there for Minnetonka. 2-0 now for the Rochester Riff.
One Thermal, a mistouch there. He should have just let that one roll. I would say at least, you know, then you have a chance to get it off of the backboard, but tries to clear that one around. It gets a real unfortunate touch, bounces off the backboard and right into the hands of the Rochester Riff. So now, Minnetonka Royals, your backs are against the wall. You need 2 goals to keep this one alive. Otherwise, you will go home. A performance not to hang your head after, but definitely could have been the upset and still can. As now under 90 seconds to go, made its Nate with a chance here. That one's wide. Cheerio will chase this one down, has Thermal in front of him. Tammy on the far side. PC McD wins that 50. Now cleared downfield by Tammy. Tammy with a second touch off of the sidewall as well. Gonna pass this somehow, but PC McD reads it well. Now there is Cheerio in on this one. Nate is up for this one first. 60 seconds now until we see if the Royals can make this happen. Off the sidewall, Checker continuing the offense for the Riff.
PC McD all the way to the back wall now. Thermal all the way downfield, trying to find Tammy. He's a little slow to it. Made its Nate trying to get the clear, but Cheerio's there to follow it up. His shot got blocked there by Checker. Thermal able to get it by 1. He's out of boost. He'll play the 50, sends it to the back wall. Tammy's up. He'll score. It's a 1-goal game. Minnetonka makes it 1 with a beautiful pass here from Thermal over to Tammy.
Thermal, a heroic play with no boost, able to juke the first defender, and then gets that perfect 50 there. Puts it off the back wall, and Tammy drives that one home. A miss by a defender out of net, and 37 seconds. That's what you have to work with here, Minnetonka Royals. Otherwise, it will be over and done on the season as Thermal passes that one towards mid. Made its Nate is there. Tammy on the far side will go for this one. Tries to pass it out, but can't connect. Now Checker on his back wall. Cheerio kicks it out towards mid. That one's cleared far side. Thermal back towards mid once again. That's cleared away by PC McD. Now 15 seconds left to go. It's towards the back wall. Thermal's there. Gets around 1, but Nate will drop it back towards net. Cheerio, this might be the last chance for the Royals, as Checker will miss that one, so it'll be a hack into the Riff zone. Tammy up off the ceiling, has to keep this one up, otherwise it will end the game. Nate will pass that one out towards mid, and the Rochester Riff will take game number 7 and qualify for the Season 4 LAN.